Once upon a time, there was a god named Duma and a goddess named Milla who fought each other bitterly for an age.
Hey, why did Milla and Duma have to fight so much? Couldn't they just say they were sorry?
Let's promise we'll never end up like that, okay?
Yeah, nothing will ever come between us.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen! Welcome, one and all, to Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia. This is the next in my series of playing my top 10 favorite games of all time. If you saw that video on my main channel some time ago, I don't know when this video is being posted as opposed to when that other one was. I know by the time this is posted, Minish Cap will have been finished. That definitely is not all they posted by the time I'm recording this, so... But regardless, this is... You've seen Fire Emblem games before if you've been on this channel a while. I've done both Sacred Stones and Fire Emblem Fate's Birthright. Or Rebirth, as I called it in several episodes in the beginning. I also did Awakening on the main channel some time ago, and I also live streamed Conquest at one point. And I also streamed Shadow Dragon at one point, but I never finished that one. I wish I did though. Anyway, so yeah, we're playing now my favorite Fire Emblem game, and it's only been my favorite Fire Emblem game as of, well, when it came out, which was just May of this year, so it's fairly new. That's one of the reasons I kind of want to do this game next in my series of my top 10 games of all time, because this game is still fairly new and somewhat relevant, and also the more important reason is I really want to play through it again. I've only played through it once. Well, I guess 1.5 times. I did start, my very first game I started, you'll see it when we get to my save files. I got to around the mid-Act 3. There's 5 acts of the game, by the way. I got to the middle of Act 3, but I realized I hated the classes that I made my main villager characters. Oh, and also, you can tell I beat the game already, because this opening has Alm and Celica as their adult forms in this opening. It's usually as them as kids in there, so... Oh well, spoiler, they grow older! Spoiler, they're not kids forever. So we're gonna start a new game. Hard mode, obviously, and classic, obviously, because I'm not a baby loser wimp. There were 2 options. Classic or baby loser wimp. I'm kidding, obviously. And I turned that off. I think I can turn that back on later. But yeah, I am completely kidding, by the way, because I played my first... Because then I started over, by the way. The playthrough I started, I redid. I actually started over on casual mode, so I can't really say anything. The time I played through from start to finish was on casual, so... I guess I am a baby loser wimp, after all. And yeah, so we're opening up with this random cutscene. Despite this being my favorite game, I honestly feel like, this is really silly. Like, why would they... This is just a random cutscene they decided to show at the very beginning right here. It's completely out of context. All you can tell is, this dude with green hair apparently stabbed this girl with red hair, and he's apparently sad that he did that. Oh, and her name is Celica. And that's all we know at this point! Right? That's all we know at this point.
Say something, please!
So it is so out of context, and honestly, when this happens in the main story, it isn't even all that interesting, in my opinion, so... Let's pretend that we didn't see this. Yeah, that's one of my there's only like 2 or 3 gripes I have with the story, and that's one of them. Showing that scene at the very beginning. It serves no purpose except to be like, oh, I wonder what context that's in. And also, this game is fully voice acted.
Where did he go this time?
So normally in my Fire Emblem games, I read everything.
Don't tell me you're after him.
And then skim some parts, because reading every line sometimes is weird.
Say, have you seen Alm?
I
can't find him
guess I'm
anywhere.
just gonna let the game do the talking for the cutscenes. I'm not gonna stay quiet during them though.
Wait, why not?
I apologize if that's a problem.
Celica went off for a stroll in the woods.
As you can tell, this is just a bunch of kids talking, saying that Alm and Celica are together again. Oh my god, again! They're together so much.
Exactly. Again?
But yeah.
Celica just moved to Ram Village, right? Nice to know we're so easily replaced.
Also during cutscenes where I just talk about stuff. I guess I really don't know how I'm gonna handle these cutscenes, because it's really good voice acting, I gotta admit, so I don't really want to miss any of it, but I've seen it before, and...
Sam Ryson only has 1 grandkid.
So now they're talking, oh, well, they're cousins, so it's okay. It's not like they're in love or anything. No, but they're not, but Celica's not actually Sir Mice's granddaughter. She's just being watched by him. So yeah. There's more to that than they say.
So does this mean...
But whatever.
I mean, is Alm gonna marry her someday?
They know as kids. I guess in those days they kind of did decide that as kids. In the medieval times, you kind of did know as kids. A lot of people did, at least, apparently. Or so I'm told. Hey, Toby Poo! It's Toby Poo. That's his name. Hey, you found the knight. Oh, let's go find the knight. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm sure there's nothing. I'm sure nothing bad's gonna happen from that.
Not missing this. He could be the last knight we see for months.
Yeah, it's cool. A lot of kids. Oh my God, a real knight! It's so cool. You're so cool, dude. We want to be knights and be strong someday and stuff. I don't know. It's nice. They feel like actual kids. And now we're gonna cut to this part, and it's Alm and Celica.
Over here. Come
Spoiler, that's what they are. That's their names. Alright, now we can free roam. There is literally no point in letting you walk around at this point. I think it's just trying to introduce you. Hey, did you know there's parts where you could walk around like this in this game? That's literally, because you only have to walk like a few feet towards Celica, and that's it. That's it. That scene's over. You're done. You're done walking around as Kid Alm. You never walk with Alm as him again.
I made a wreath out of these flowers. Here.
And this is just them being cute together, basically.
What? No.
She made him a thing of flowers, and he was all like, oh no, that's for girls.
I think you mean very stupid. Boys don't wear
Yeah,
wreaths.
just kids being kids, basically.
It's stupid. It took me a long time to make
But
this.
kids that are in love, they just don't know what that means yet.
Grandpapa instead.
You're kidding, right?
Grandpapa knows
But
a manly
I
wreath
feel
when
like
he
I should
sees
start
one.
like explaining things of
Unlike
why
some
this is my
boys.
favorite game, but you know what? Maybe I shouldn't.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'll
Very
let you
funny.
guys find out as
him wearing
the
it.
parts of the game come to us. I guess I explained it in full in my top 10 games of all time video, so you want a short answer, go there.
No.
Here we'll actually be witnessing it all. So I guess, forewarning,
When you
there's a
first came to the
lot of
village, you always wore
cutscenes,
such a dark
and they're
expression.
all
Plus, you never spoke a word.
fully voice acted like
Grandpapa
this.
told me to be nice, but I wasn't sure how to make things better.
So
Well, I think you did just fine.
basically,
That story that you told me.
they're saying that
the flower
Celica
you
came
picked
to
for
town really all
Each
depressed
walk
and
you took
sad
with
and
me here in
stuff,
the woods.
and then Alm was all
That
nice to
made
her
a
because he
difference,
liked
Alm.
her, but he's not gonna say
Come on.
that.
I didn't do anything special.
Or maybe you
And then
did.
because that
I'm
she
sorry
gets
that
her
my
all
first
happy
words
again
to
and
you were
stuff.
so unkind.
But why was she sad?
Are you
We
talking
don't know
about
that
when you
yet.
called me
There
a
is a reason
whore
though.
or a clod?
Hey, I said I'm sorry.
Oh, and apparently she insulted him a
I
lot.
just never had any friends my age. So I guess I wasn't used to
Never
boys
had any
like
friends
you.
around her. I guess that's
I've never
true.
met a girl like you either. Don't let it get to you.
Yeah, I've only known one other girl in my life. Her name is Faye, and she's really annoying.
Why?
So no, I've never met
Do I
another
know a
girl like
reason?
her, technically.
I mean, I guess it's because I never knew my parents, I have no siblings, and Grandpapa has always forbid me from setting foot outside the village. You're like a
Yeah.
window to a world that I've never
So I
had
guess
the
that's my
chance to know.
forewarning. There's a lot of
Is
cutscenes, guys,
that a
especially
good
in the
enough
beginning.
reason, or-
At the beginning, there's
hey.
very, very
What is
little
See this?
action
We have
at
the
the
same
beginning,
mark.
so I apologize.
Yes?
Oh, yeah, they're looking at these
Except
marks.
your hand in
This is
mine.
kind of my other gripe
Well,
with
that
the
makes us
story.
close.
These little marks on their hands.
I suppose it
They
does.
explain them in further later, but it's a plot device so often.
It's because
It's
they're
almost,
special.
it's like
It
silly
proves the
how
two of us
often it's a
belong
plot
together.
device.
Always.
And it's just a mark on their
If you're already
hands.
Tired of a clod like
I don't
me
know.
making you
It's
laugh.
one of the more of all the gripes I have, it's one of the more minor ones.
So, do you
Um,
mean it? We'll always be together?
I guess I don't know how they would have done it
Yes.
otherwise though, because
I
there's
promise.
one
Isn't that what you want?
Yes, of course.
I guess I'm not saying they shouldn't have done it,
I'll never leave.
because there are some things that are hard to explain without that part of it in
That
the
was
game, but
fake.
Is she in trouble?
I guess I also just don't like the fact that
can't
they
be on
exist
those
because
trees.
they're
Come on.
referenced so often, and they're just a little mark on their hand. You know, that's all.
Stop it!
Oh, it's just Faye. You can take Faye. That's okay.
Looks like our luck's picked up, eh, Sir Slade? After days of the same
Anyone
old
else find it?
trees,
I found this
such
weird at first.
cherubic
They actually
faces
voiced their
welcomed
generic
me.
soldiers.
After all, we're little
I thought that was weird at first when I was hearing this. I was like, wow, this soldier has a random soldier has a voice, and he actually sounds like a decent voice actor.
Loyal knights in
this is
service to
Slade.
His Majesty King Lima IV. May the powers bless him in his name until the end of days. Hereby command
Sorry, I like
you
that
to
line.
lead us to your miserable line of hovels, where you shall have
He's just
honor,
he's like
guiding
just
us
kind of a
and
jerk
otherwise
knight
providing
character.
all
There's a Slade in every Fire Emblem game to an extent.
remember. So lead on and make haste now.
But
So he's basically threatening, take me to your village where I will plunder and steal stuff. And they're like, nah, we shouldn't do that. That's bad. And Gray's gonna be genius saying, yeah.
To call it a line of hovels is too generous. We do not wish to offend you, and you are clearly deserving of so much more. So
That's
please,
pretty smart, Gray.
we
Oh,
humbly implore your great mightiness to...
You, boy, have you an older sister?
Do you have women?
Me?
Oh, yeah, I have sisters. Why? Why do you ask?
What about him?
Alright, cool!
That'll suffice.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll take all
Because they're kids, they don't understand why that would be a thing that they would want yet. That would be why things like,
will get naught
yeah.
but pig feet and horse piss, but so be it. I shall force it down if I
Yeah,
must.
and he's also says really gross words, which also surprised me at first, but maybe I shouldn't because, in Birthright, damn it is said in the first chapter. So
But Gray, we should all
That's-
be
I guess
calling
this is-
Gray.
I guess that's a
Village,
common
are we? I
uh
don't like it either.
pattern. There's a swear word in the first chapter, and they like never again.
Enough chittering.
I'm
little
kidding, of course.
squirrels. I am not a patient man. If you do not wish to entertain us the one way, you can entertain
Yeah,
us the
tell us
other.
where your village is, or we chop all your tiny heads off.
Remove your tiny heads from your shoulders.
This is
one
not good.
by one.
Maybe we need a plot convenience to get us out of this. That's the only way we can get out. Like, guys, we need a plot convenience anytime now.
Back off!
Oh no, you're still a kid too.
Village contain?
Get away from my friends! You're not going to set one foot in our village!
Is that so? Someone neglected to teach this mangy pup any manners.
Uh-oh.
You there.
Why did Celica even go here with
Show
them?
me your
She knows who
face.
she is. We don't. We, the people watching, don't.
By the gods.
But this clearly implies that they're looking for her, and she's someone important.
How you came to walk among these animals is beyond
I feel like
me.
Celica would know that, and would go.
Regardless,
She just
we
ran back
shall
to the
make
village
a
and hid.
fine prize to take back to General
But then
Vista.
there wouldn't be a reason for an event that will happen in a few minutes. Well, however long the first prologue chapter takes, I guess, that is.
Oh, you did not just punch
Oh,
him.
yes, I did, Gray. Didn't you see? I punched him right in the face.
Hand to me, you base-born, barn-bred. So be it. You will stave off your death sentences no longer.
So yeah, so now Al made him very angry. He was already angry, but now he's even more angry. So now they're gonna try to kill him. Oh, they're gonna kill all the kids.
The mother can't save you now, brat.
I don't even have a mother, so joke's on you. Oh, you mean the goddess mother? Oh, okay, yeah.
Grandpapa?
And here we are, Grandpapa.
What are you doing in a backwater wasteland like?
So see, told you our plot convenience,
But I think I know.
or Deus Ex Machina, if you want to be
Indeed good fortune.
specific type of plot
We
convenience.
never finished what we started.
I think that's how you
in the
pronounce
flames
it.
that night, old
I could be
man.
wrong.
I have much to repay you for.
So apparently they know each other. We don't know why,
All my virtues.
and they actually never really explain it except in like a hidden cutscene, and it's very minor.
Go on now.
What? Why? What are you gonna do?
Now, all of you.
So yeah, I'll have to hide because they're, even though Slade's on a horse, I don't know how they're gonna hide and get away, but they do. They're not. Oh no, they get into the cemetery because gravestones are like good to hide on for some reason. They're like good terrain bonuses.
Well, children.
And now this is supposed to be a tutorial map, but
You must follow my
it's honestly completely pointless because the kids all the experience they get, they don't keep it.
He's always serious.
They don't keep this experience for when they grow older. So there's absolutely no point in listening to Mycen. And also, if they die, it also doesn't matter. You know how I know? Because Celica died when I played the first time. Celica was killed the first time I played this, and nothing happened. It was perfectly fine. So, yeah.
The only way you're going home is by fighting.
So Mycen's making a big deal about how they have to fight as if their lives depend on it. But, yeah, it doesn't. It's just Mycen versus all of them. That's all it matters. That's really all it is. And Mycen will completely obliterate them. There's, like, no questions asked. Alright, yes. No, shut up, Mycen. No, you can't tell me what to do. Alright, so danger zone. Yes, we go out of their danger zone, but that's all we're gonna do. Yes, I get it. Trees are good. Trees are good. Hide in trees. Save the trees. Alright, Mycen, just go and attack. We're gonna stand right here and attack this paladin here. Or it's just a cavalier, isn't it? Stab! See, look at that. Look at that! How on earth is there any chance we would lose this map? Look at Mycen's stats.
I haven't lost my touch.
No, you haven't lost your touch. You just started. I mean, I guess you're an old man, but still. Alright, enemy phase. Gee, I wonder who's gonna win this battle. I love how the paladins have to just kick them with their horse instead of stabbing with the weapon. I like that as a nice touch. And yeah, I'm gonna be speeding through these battles because they're so pointless. Bam! Slice! Death!
You lack experience.
Yes, he does lack experience. He was level 1. And they're all gonna get obliterated. Even if they hit him, they only do 1 bit of damage. I just missed a 97! Welcome to Echo's RNG. It happens even in the prologue. No, seriously, RNG in this game is terrible. But that's why Milla's turn wheel exists. Which we'll get to that when we get there, but I explained it slightly in the video that I've mentioned like 4 times now. Here's Slade. Oh, I guess our accuracy is pretty low here, but that's alright. He won't do any damage to us. Critical hit! See, look at that! How does it make any sense? We had a 33% chance of hitting with a 7% critical, and we got a critical hit, but we missed a 97% chance earlier. I think that is great foreshadowing to the rest of how this game is going to work in terms of its RNG.
General Desai will be eager to learn.
And Slade has plot armor, so we don't actually kill him here.
The princess who refuses.
He has plot armor twice, actually. Or is it 3 times? We fight him a lot of times. It gets really boring after a while. Or not really boring, but excessive. Yeah, excessive's the right word. Oh yeah, so here's my save files. Yeah, see, Act 3, this was my first one that was on Hard Classic that I stopped because I hated the classes I made my villagers. I didn't realize I would get more of the classes that I had made them. And then this is the one I completed. Act 6 is post-game, which I actually have not done. So, Hard Classic will be my 3rd save file, and we'll be actually play through the whole game. I don't know if we'll do post-game, though, which is Act 6. We'll see when we get there. At the moment, I don't actually think I will, but maybe if there's high demand for it, I will.
It's all earnest.
Yeah, Tobin, you totally did a lot of work there in that battle.
Because we did exactly as Sir Mycen commanded. Oh yeah? Does that mean Sir Mycen commanded you to sob like a baby?
Yeah, kids bickering and making fun of each other.
How can you guys joke about this?
Okay, Faye, yeah, despite me thinking you're annoying, you're right about that.
That was great.
How can we joke about this? This is bad. And now they're... Why are they not happy?
They're not happy?
Why are they not happy?
We saved the village from those despicable knaves. We're heroes.
I don't know what heroes on. It was kind of our fault that they saw us and knew about the village.
Oh, you don't understand.
Now that they know Celica is here, they will stop at nothing.
But why? Who is Celica? Why is she important? Why?
In the village.
What?
I wonder.
But why?
And now they're all sad because, but no, but I like her.
I'm so sorry,
She's my girl.
We're
We're just kids, so I don't know what, I don't know, she's a good person and we're all gonna be together. We made a promise just like 3 minutes ago. What the heck? How are you're making me break my promise, Grandpapa? That's not very nice.
Hurry.
Yes, sir.
Hold on a second. Explain this to me, Grandpapa. Why are you making her leave? I want to know.
And yeah, I don't understand. Grandpa's taking my girl away. I don't like it. Grandpa, no.
Not yet, at any rate.
And I'm not going to tell you because if I told you now, that would ruin the whole plot twist later.
I won't let you.
But it's not really revealed as a plot to us. They kind of just tell Celica who she is when we start playing as her. And then we know, but Alm doesn't know yet until he meets her again way later.
She has the strength to make hard choices.
I'm sorry if I'm kind of spoiling some things just by my things I'm saying, but I feel like I'm not revealing too much. I'm just kind of saying that,
Would you mind looking
I don't
after
know, maybe I am
something
saying
for
too
me?
much. Sorry. Here, take this necklace of mine that is literally never referenced again.
You never take this off.
No, it really isn't. I'm not kidding about that. It's not a plot device. It's just a necklace that is never
I want you to
referenced
keep it
again.
Close always.
I think he looks at it in a cutscene, like thinking of her, but that's it.
My mother gave that to me. Not that I
So-
actually remember, but
Celica, I can't take this from you.
you're not taking it. I'm giving it.
Well, I'm giving it back. How's that, Celica?
You're safe. Take care.
No.
Wait, Celica!
But I never. No. Why?
Well, this
Yeah.
turned into a fine mess.
A very
I
fine
don't know
mess.
why she's
Very
leaving or
fine.
even where she's going. And whatever Sir Myson knows, he isn't telling the likes of us.
Yeah, because we're just kids. We wouldn't
Not
understand.
everything is our business. I just feel bad.
I feel like
for
Gray
him,
is the
you
most
know?
mature of all of
She
them.
and Alm are different from us.
It's weird because he's not. That's not his
In what
character
way?
at all.
In every way.
Or maybe it is. I don't know. I guess in retrospect, he is kind of
Are you
that.
certain, Celica?
Eh,
Yes.
I don't know.
If I try to say goodbye to him, I'll just end up crying. Grandpa... Sir Myson? Where will I go next?
That is a secret. Because if I told
I
you
have a
now,
place in
someone
mind.
might listen, and then they'll hear.
Perhaps it's time to call on an old friend.
Oh, also,
Under his
all the
care,
old
I'm
people
certain
know
our
each other
enemies
in this
will
game.
never find you. Forgive an old knight for failing you, princess. Had the mother willed it.
They don't explain how, but like all these old people from way across different continents know each other. So he's gonna talk. Who's gonna call up his other old man friend on the non-existent telephone and say, "Hey, I got this girl who you need to watch. Can you handle this for me, old brah?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, old brah." And yeah, that's how it works.
You don't have to be my shining knight, Sir Myson.
Because I don't know how he gets there on
You
horse.
just
It's on
have
an
to
island.
promise to always be my grandpapa.
Of course.
And it's also kind of far, so I guess he has someone else to watch Alm until then?
Celica!
Maybe? I guess it has to happen.
You came for me.
I want to make a new promise.
Oh boy,
One day,
new promise.
when I'm older and stronger, I'm going to find you. It doesn't matter where
Actually,
the
she
world
finds
hides you
him.
or how long it takes.
I guess that really doesn't make too
promise
much difference. They
to
just
find
end up at
you.
the same point at the same
So
time, but
please,
she's the one who approaches
Don't
him.
forget me.
Yeah.
Okay?
I could never forget you,
You could! Don't just, there are ways to lose your memory.
The day we can meet again.
Have you ever met Robin from Awakening?
I have to go.
He had plot convenience amnesia. That could happen to you, Celica. It could happen to anybody.
Yes, child.
Do you think I'll ever see him again?
No.
I do.
You should probably forget
So
about him.
long as destiny wills it.
Destiny. So be it.
Alright, well, I guess we have no choice then. We'll just wait. Luckily, we're gonna grow older in like just a few more seconds, so that's good. And oh, look, it's a sword inside of like a head of some sort. It looks like. I wonder if that's referencing something that'll happen later. Or maybe it's just probably the cover art. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just a sword and a dragon. That's two things that are commonplace in Fire Emblem: swords and dragons. Horse people. Fighting other people. More horse people.
Once the gods themselves walked
All right,
these
here's a
lands.
prologue explanation of how
Our
the land
continent
works.
of Valentia was home to two of them, sibling gods named Duma and Milla. The elder god Duma believed mankind must be ruled by strength, lest we become
So,
corrupt.
war.
While
They like
his
war.
sister Milla believed we should be free.
And they like-
to pursue
and,
lives of
they like
pleasure
partying
comfort.
and
The two
being lazy.
clashed ceaselessly. It was a long, dark age before the bitter conflict.
I really
was
like the
resolved
differences
with
between
the
nations in
binding
this
of a
game as opposed to,
divine
say,
accord.
fates.
Valentia would
They
be
tried to do
divided
kind of like
in
the same
twain,
thing,
with Duma ruling the north, and
except
Milla
in this one,
ruling
both
the
nations
south.
have very clear
And in
flaws.
order to secure a
Whereas in
lasting
Fates,
peace, each pledged
Hoshido
never
was like
to
this
violate
perfect
the
paradise
other's
of all
dominion.
loving people, and
For
Nor was
millennia,
just
this
pure
accord
evil.
was honored,
So,
and peace
it
did
didn't work as well, in
indeed
my
reign.
opinion.
In time, the kingdom of Zofia, which Milla founded in the south, prospered with the goddess's love and blessings. Hers were a happy people who knew no toil and
Yeah, we don't do anything. Milla just gives us everything. We don't have to do anything with our lives. We can just dance and party all day.
It was only a matter of time before they sank into depravity.
Yep. And that's a King Lima, I believe they said earlier.
Duma had built his own empire, tempered by harsh lands and the even harsher teachings of
Oh, gee, I wonder, the nation that likes war now has a strong army? Wow, never would have guessed that.
In their quest for power, the Regalians had let their hearts grow cold and numb to all kindness.
Except it's also not true.
Both halves of
That isn't true at all. They're definitely kind Regalians. They just value strength and power above everything else. That's all.
War that could forever alter its history.
So yeah, I really like the two nations in this game. You only need they all have a thing they believe in. They all have a thing that like is their strong point and their focus, and they both have a flaw. I like that. Also, that apparently this game, for those that don't know, is a remake of a Japanese exclusive Fire Emblem game called Gaiden. I've never played that. I've never even seen it before. But apparently, that prologue we just saw was not in the original Gaiden. The original Gaiden opens up with this cutscene right here, of Grandpapa and Alm sparring. I'm gonna call him Grandpapa, by the way, at least for now.
Well done, Alm. We'll end today's training here.
So yeah, we don't even see that they add a history, Alm and Celica. So I guess I think that's a good thing that they added the prologue, even though it kind of drag on a little bit.
You're not just saying that.
Because we're nearly done with this episode, and we've had like what, 2 turns of combat?
And we both know I'm not old.
Well, good.
No, yeah, he's old, but he's not super old.
Don't misconstrue my words, boy. The rule still stands.
But why? I'm not a child anymore.
Yeah, I'm at least like what, 18? I think he's supposed to be 18 at this point.
I'll have my sword and my wits.
That's not what this is about.
Then what is it about?
Something I can't tell you yet.
I've heard from the others. I know the droughts made Zofia a scary place. People are starving. And many have
this, I think, is a really good idea how to explain the current problems.
Villages for a mere sack of grain. And
I'm saying, hey, our country has these problems, which I will now list, so that the audience now knows. And I'm trying to use that as a point as to why I have to go out and help our country.
And with that sacred bond broken, now the terrors have resurfaced.
So yeah, there's a list of all the world's problems right now. Regala's crossed over into Zofia. Terrors have re-arise, which are like risen, or
than a handful of houses.
What are they called in Sacred Stone? Just monsters? Undead? Things like that? You know, if they're faceless in Fates.
So what?
The faceless suck, because there's only one kind of them.
The grand story of your life be how you met the end of a brigand's
oh, I guess
axe?
there's also Stoneborn.
Before you dream of
okay, there are 2
changing
kinds.
The world, learn your damn place in it. And no more talk of leaving.
So yeah, I'm stuck here in this tiny village.
Problem?
What is his problem? I'm a grown man who don't need no old grandpapa.
Every day in this place is exactly the same as the next.
Well, I completely
would
completely agree with Alm.
But you have to let me find it.
Oh, what else is going on? Oh yeah, there's now droughts in Zofia, so the people who used to know everything being handed down from just given to them by the goddess Milla, well, that's not happening anymore. Their lands are now all barren, so there's basically everything you could possibly imagine going wrong is going wrong. So yeah, this is a cool part of the game. There's like these little village sections where you can look around. And over here is this random axe. I am not going to pick it up. You will see why later. You will see why later. Yeah, do you guys want me to like examine things? This is the house where grandfather and I live. Not everything is voice acted, like the examination things. Grandfather raises sheep. They're cute and all, but also kind of jerks. So, yeah, I don't know. You can examine things. There's cool text. I think it's enjoyable, but I don't know how enjoyable it is for you guys to watch. All right, let's go to the square. Looks more like a circle on the map to me, but they call it a square. Har, har, har. All right, let's look around. I look, just flour sitting here. The characters can just straight up eat flour. That's like really gross, but hey, it heals you. I'm drinking water. The village lives or dies by this well. That's a lot of pressure for one little well. Don't put too much pressure on him. He might, like, I don't know, not want to give you water anymore.
Give for some food.
I need
It's been
food.
years since we've had a proper harvest.
And you can't grow anything without rain. That makes sense. Okay.
Why has Milla forsaken us? What's
It's the
happened
goddess's
to
fault!
Earth Mother? She's killing us by withholding her blessings.
Yep, exactly.
The
They rely too much
rebellion
on the
empire
goddesses
will
for
seize
the
our
god
lands,
on their god
and we'll
is
be too
for.
weak to resist. You've heard how well trained their soldiers are.
And now that
haven't
she's
you?
no longer giving him stuff for
We've
some
never
reason, we don't know
toiled or
why
fought
yet.
For a thing, and we're about to pay for it.
Yeah, that's good. And this guy doesn't have a voice for some reason. Ram Village used to be known all across the kingdom for magnificent wine. But alas, it has been ages since anyone has made a new batch. Maybe no one can grow grapes anymore. That's probably why. No, it's Ram Rhine for far why. The very bottles left, they're likely to be aged to perfection by now. Wine that mature would taste absolutely incredible. I'd give anything for one more glass before Milla calls me home. Wow, what are your last rites before you die? Just a glass of wine.
Well, if it isn't you all finished with today's training?
Who are you, lady?
I
That's
still remember
generic
when you
NPC.
were
That there's
only
many of
this
you who
tall.
in every village of the
And
game.
now look at you. Sir Mycen has certainly made a strong
Apparently
young
he knows
man
her.
out of you. I say Sir Mycen, but the story is your grandfather was once a famous general.
Yeah, but then he dropped out of doing that,
General
out of that
Mycen.
for one reason or
I
another. They
always
can actually
wondered
explain
why
that
such
later,
a
so I
fellow
won't
would end
tell
up
you.
Here. Then again, the woods around Ram have become
Oh my God, are we
dangerous
already
as of late.
at our time limit for today's
Perhaps it's
episode?
the
Yeah,
best
we
that
are.
have him. And
Told this
you
opening is
to
long.
keep
I
us
apologize
safe.
for that, but all right, I guess we're gonna stop it here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time where we're gonna actually continue the game and hopefully we'll begin the first real chapter. So, see you then. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Rock on.